everyone, what up? Welcome back to Top Tier Arcade. My name is Steve, and we're back in the spare bedroom in my apartment. And in this video, we're going to be checking out the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Restore. This is going to be part 6, and a very exciting one, because what we have behind me, and I'll show you momentarily, is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Playfield restored by Drano, or Adriano's a friend of ours in the pinball, in our pinball group. And he's been outstanding, very caring, and has mastered, I'm telling you, these playfields, because I can look at it now and it looks it's brand new. It's covered in a clear coat. It looks mint. I'm almost afraid to touch it. So it's been in my apartment for about a month. It's been curing. It's been just chilling out for a sec. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you momentarily. I've been a little reluctant to dive in because I don't want to screw it up, and I feel bad if I do. But I have to get to it. I got to learn, and I want to play the damn thing. So here's the steps. In a moment, I'm going to show you a montage. I'm going to give you what the playfield looked before and after. Adriano took a lot of pictures. I'm going to show like before and after and do a transition into it. I'll show you some of that, what it looks like. After we come back, what we're going to do is get right into it. And what I'm going to do is take my drill, my famous 12-volt drill with the titanium tip. They're garbage. Drill bits. And what I'm going to do, and I'll show you quick, is after this, there's little holes where the screws went into for parts of the playfield that need to be drilled out very, very slightly because the clear coat has covered them. So I'm going to drill those out very slowly, do one thing at a time. I'm going to take care. Once we do that, then we're going to start to go behind the playfield and, start to repopulate it. Hopefully I've taken enough pictures and repopulate it, and let's start it. So, montage showing me drill it out. Now this might be different days, so if I look different, my hair, my glasses, or my clothing, and the time of day, it's only because I'm doing this in sequence, and I don't want to take up too much time to make this video longer than it should be, because I already know I'm rambling. So let's hit the montage, let's check it out, let's start to work on repopulating the playfield, and check out Adriano's work, and hopefully get the turtles back in the next few videos. So I hope you guys enjoyed the montage. You can see Drano did such great work. Let's see what it looks like up front before we start to drill. And we'll get to it. Just a one-off here. Look at this. Absolutely beautiful. Detail is awesome. I mean, it's outstanding. The parts that are like this that look dirty, he goes, Steve, it's going to be covered by the ramp. You won't be able to see it, so I didn't care. So he goes, why am I going to spend time and effort? And I really didn't mind. So that's what it looks like. So let me just set you up. Let's do this live. Set you up there. Ow. So here's the drill. A very thin bit. I can't remember the dimensions or whatever the bit size is. I don't know. I just knew this one's going to be good. He's like, yeah, whatever. Terrible explanation. It's the thin one. Alright, so what we're going to do is, as you can see, I'm going to just go in the holes. The ones that will cover just a little, just go in very slowly. Make sure there's no resistance when I put the screws, because if I put the screws in, excuse me, if I put the screws in and I start to tighten it, I don't want to crack or chip the clear coat. So I'm going to just go into a few of these here, not too deep, as you can, just a little, just to get the end of the clear coat off. So that looks nice. So again, I won't film this whole thing. That's all I'm going to be doing. Just go a little round and round, and that's the end of it. So as you can see, just little parts of the inside clear coat that got on, and I might have to do it with the bulbs as well, because the bulbs within there, maybe clear coat got over it. But it won't take me long, and I'm just going to go over them little. Maybe I'll have to touch them up, obviously, when I do this. But with that being said, I'm gonna continue on this. And next scene, what we'll do is I'll put the Playfield. I'll probably leave it up like this, or Adriano, let me show you this, has given me these stilts. And so when the Playfield goes on it, that I can work underneath, because again, it's populated behind. So I'm gonna he's let me borrow these. I'm gonna put them on these stilts, work from them so it doesn't touch the bottom or nothing gets disconnected or screws anything up. As you can see, there's all the parts that are waiting. The ramp he rebuilt. I'll show you what that looks like later. I might have to just touch it up. I have to clean it, he told me, which I'm more than happy to do. I know it's not as bad because obviously the hard part's underneath. But for someone starting pinball who's not even good, and I'm not, it's a it's a little daunting, but definitely I'm excited, but I'm scared at the same time. So let's get right to it. Enough rambling. I'll come back and I'll show you the progress. And again, if it's different days or whatever, so be it. I'll take it from there. All right, everyone. So it's been a while. I kind of got in the zone and was going to start filming more. But the good news is I'm just put it on the side because it was easier. Got a couple of the targets up. Got those. I got the sewer back on, which worried me because I've never done anything like this. I got these, all the switches so far. So far so good. This has actually scared me the most, which is the sewer, because I've never had to deal with, a spring and all that. And just to get in here, what I had to do, good thing I took pictures. This is not going to be the greatest shot, is it? So I had to pull this through, and then this goes to this coil, put the spring in, and then kicks back. Because I only had 2 pictures and they were actually blurry, so I kind of just made common sense. So actually it's working a lot better than I thought. The pop bumpers are a little annoying. I remember like, oh shit, how am I going to do this? But I thought about this, and so far it's going well. So my confidence is building as I progress. And then once everything's poked through the Playfield and up, all I have to do is put it on those blocks, because I took them down. It was hard. At first I had it laid down, as you can imagine, and then I went, like, it's almost like I wanted to be like a mechanical wonder. I'm like, what the hell am I doing? I don't have that room and the clearance. And it was back and forth, and no. I know it's old school and it's like on the pillows, but it's working. And so far so good. So it's pretty simple. Like, I was actually going to take a video of it, but again, I just got, oh my god, everything's kind of matching up. With these are the targets. Everything matches up, and the way that everything was lined up, you just folded it and it went in, and you just matched the screws. Looked at the pictures and kind of made common sense out of it. So a lot better. Right now, I'm going to try to attack the pop bumpers, and if I can get the pop bumpers done today, it's a huge advantage to my confidence to say, okay, Steve, keep going. So super happy about that. So far so good. And just to give you guys an update as well. So only advice I can really give, from a noob, take a lot of pictures, and then everything lines up. All the screws are the same, 4 screws, and obviously, and it lands in, and you could tell because the dirt behind this was clean, and then there's something like, oh, okay, that was where something was. So so far so good. I'm going to be back just to give you a status report, but I'm liking it so far. Again, if I can do these pop bombers, I'm going to be ecstatic. So I'll be back. All right, everyone. So a few hours later, the only thing I haven't done under the playfield is the flippers, only because I'm going to have to rebuild them anyway. So, what a great night. Way better than I thought. So, I got all the switches. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, it's going to kill my focus. Okay. I got the... yeah, that's right. Got the switches. Put back these lights that were underneath. Targets. Everything looks good. Michelangelo. I put the sewer back again, and it works. I'm gonna asking Adrian about a Mylar, because it does slam often. I do not want that to scratch. Sorry, yeah, anyways, and then that, the tough part that I thought would have been the pop bumpers, they're actually pretty easy. Not to be cocky or nothing, I was actually very surprised. And the April target, and the splinter save target. So far so good, actually. Way better than I thought I would do. So next, flippers are going to wait. Next, I assume, is going to be putting what? Probably putting the wire forms. Those are the thing that worried me most. The that stopped the ball from moving up, like right here. Excuse me. Again, in this black part, that would go around, but I'm going to do that last. Anyways, enough rambling. Way better than what I thought I was going to be doing. And truth be told, I'm actually very proud of myself. I know it's not a big deal, but for someone that has never worked on a pinball machine, I'm thoroughly proud of myself. And you know what? This just raises my confidence. Not to say I want to do this ever again, but to work on pinball more. But anyways, guys, look. Let me cut away. We're going to hit up the next day, or maybe tomorrow. The next day depends. I have a lot going on. And hopefully we can continue this. But really good news. So everything under the playfield I needed propped up. As far as I know. Maybe I missed something. What's this? Am I missing a light here? Shit, I can't remember. Either way, I'll check my picture. So, okay, sorry about the rambling. Kind of excited, but again, so far, so good. It looks beautiful. And I can't wait to put it together. So, I'll be back. All right, everyone, we're back. Excuse me, the next day. A little sleepy, had a long day at work. But I'm going to try to get a little done just to kind of, again, keep that motivation going, keep the momentum and my attitude positive, and get going. So, next on the agenda, which is one part I've dreaded, is, other than the underneath, because it was actually a lot better, is these, the wire form, or like the ball lane, what the hell they're called? The metal like lane guide things. Well, I have to hammer them slowly because again, I don't want to break the clear coat. So I'm lightly banging them out with a hammer, very lightly, and I'm using my drill to to make the holes a little bigger to make it easier. I've also put the hammer and I have a little rubber stop on it so it doesn't. If I miss, I don't crack anything, and it's a little lighter. So I'm going to go around. What I want to do, if I can today, is add all these wire forms. Now, or whatever the hell these are. Lane guides. Now, ball guides. One thing is, when I pulled them out, I bent the hell out of them. So I have to reform them. So what I'm doing is taking one Obviously that's in there like that. And I'm putting it side by side so I know that they're uniform. So far so good. I gotta bang these out. If I can put all these on today, that's a great next step. And every day I'll just keep chipping away at it until we start to take shape. So far so good. Obviously I just started, and that's the new, the next thing is to add all these. And I don't know how many there are. Maybe 15, maybe 10. I don't know. There's 4 up here. 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know. Maybe 12 to 15. I don't know. Either way, I'll be back with you just to show you the progress. All right, so it's been a couple of hours, and I'm taking my time slowly with the drill. What I've had to do in some of those areas is take the drill very lightly, drill it out, punch it in. If it was too hard, I'd go in with a drill, little. Went in very well. So you can tell all the ball guides or whatever these are, all the metal, these are there. Right there. As you can tell here. And then one there, and I put the 2 nails. There's 2 nails right there that I put. So that's all for today. One thing at a time. I honest to God thought this was going to be the hardest part, because Drano was like, "Look, man, do it slowly. Don't crack the clear coat." And so far, it's going very, 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 very well. Knock on wood. Next tomorrow, when I get a chance, next is going to be actually doing the base here, like the black part. So I'm going to kind of fill it in. That should be okay. As far as I remember, that was pretty easy. And then put the ball guides and all those and all the wood between here. That's going to be tomorrow. Hopefully I can get it done. And if it is, then we'll move forward. So what I'm doing is, as my confidence grows, like I said, a little tired after work today. I don't know why, but I'm doing one thing at a time. I'm building my confidence. I'm making sure it's going right. It's working. It's going better than I thought. Again, knock on wood. I'm going to build the outside. And then we start to repopulate the playfield more and more and more until, again, we come to it. So far, so good. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. Again, it doesn't look like a lot's done, but in my head, the quote hard part's done, because this was very tough to get out and it was so difficult, but my confidence, like I said, is growing. So very happy about it. I'm going to sleep tonight very well, knowing that it worked. Everything's nice and tight, no cracking, no nothing. And so far, very, very good. So I'll see you tomorrow, and we'll start the wood portion around, the playfield, and start to fill it in. All right, everyone, good evening again. So we're back. It's the next day, just after work here, just ate, and back at it. So I didn't film it, but what I've done is I put on the wood rails, like I said in the last part. So wood rails, 1, 2, 3. Just reviewing, the pictures to make sure that everything's lined up. All the way that I do this, is if all the screws are gone from the bag and everything lines up, that's how I know I'm on the right track. So the good news is I have 7 screws left right there, labeled, and then this piece. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. So then I have 7 screws, and then I'm going to put those on the bottom, and that's good. And then what I'm going to do is next is the I guess silver rails or metal rails or whatever, the ball guide lane. Obviously I don't know what I'm talking about, but with these things, and then so we're going to put that up, and hopefully by the end of the night, this should be done in just 5 minutes. Boom. Then put that together. So then I think, again, every day, I've said it before, I'm new to this. Every day my confidence builds. It's working, knock on wood. I haven't, other than one screw that went flying somewhere, everything else is perfect. But I do have to find that screw in case it shorts something out later on. If it's stuck on the playfield or somewhere else under this mess. So I'll be back with you once I start to put on and hopefully finish this. I'll show you what it looks like, and then we can progress to the next day. So I'm very happy so far. Let's not jinx it. I'll be back. All right, so it's been a few hours. I've been very busy. Let's look at this up close. Just get here. So what I've done, again today, my goal, which I've done, and I'm very proud of that, is I ended up doing the wood rails, or the wood, whatever, like casing on the outside. And then I actually did the metal ones as well, and I did polish them up as well, as you can see. So the metal rails there. So I'm going to just wipe it down because I did have some oils. You can see some fingerprints. Wipe it down with a microfiber, so it's definitely come together. Little thing here. I did over tighten the screw. It worked. It didn't. It did a little crack, but it's structurally okay. I ended up putting wood glue there just in case. So and then I'll touch it up with black, because you can see that's just glue that's showing there. So I'm gonna just touch it up, remove it, and just do black a little. And somewhere I broke my drill bit. I broke part of it, so there's only a couple of like millimeters of thread, but it worked. It's still, I just drilled three or four holes out, and it works okay. So that's all that matters. That wasn't even mine. I don't even know. I got it from my parents' place. So yeah, guys, it's definitely looking shape. Let me show you again. Sorry for the camera work here. It's looking pretty good. So those rails and everything else. So next, or tomorrow, I think I'm gonna put the, will the spinner stay? I think the spinner, right, what goes right there, if that, I don't know if that's connected to the ramp, you know, I can't remember. And I guess I'm gonna just start putting, you know, the post in and everything else. So we're definitely making waves. Again, so far, only little casualties, a little wood crack there, but again, structurally good. It just, I put it together, I clamped it, I have a clamp there, and put wood glue, and I've moved it. Doesn't move, just I'm going to touch it with black, which I have when I did this paint. And somewhere on here, or around here, there's a wood bit somewhere, or a drill bit. Anyways, so that's the day today. Great. It went very well. Polished, everything looks nice. It's taking shape and it's looking awesome. So I'm very happy for that. And be back tomorrow, and we'll see what we're going to do. I think we're just going to, again, put the posts and just start filling things in as soon as we see it. So I'll be back tomorrow. Take care. All right, so it's the next night. I just dove in and honestly just was in the zone and didn't stop. So here's what I've done. I'll just get to the top. All posts. Everything's nice and even. The pop bumper's on. This screw's a little, it's loose. It's loose on purpose because that's where Michelangelo sits. So I just put it on. I put the 555, the actual bulbs in there. Because later on I want to put the toys on. I'm not sure how I want to do it. But anyways, everything went very smoothly. Only one little hiccup, but shouldn't be that big. But it looks really good. Really good. As you can see, with all the screws and everything, they're pretty much done. A lot of those are washers and underneath, which I'll do later. Only reason I didn't finish is because these posts, you know, with the rubber, I have a new rubber kit that has these on it, so I didn't add them yet. And you know, the other parts are for the spinner and the ball gate. I don't know what it's called, where it goes through and it can't come back. So, but I'm gonna have to put the rubbers on, and then put the plastics and start putting it together. So the only hiccup we had, and I guess I just tightened it too tight. In here, as you can see, there's part of the metal, and I was screwing it in with this wrench, and I guess it was a little crooked. It wasn't exactly down, and I wasn't paying attention, and it kind of just snapped in. So don't know how I'm gonna get that out. I'm thinking either just hammering it in, which worries me. Or taking out the metal part underneath it, just popping it out, and then maybe, I don't know, I'm not sure I'm going to do that. Worst case, I know there's like 2-3 millimeters, I'll just screw as much as I can in and maybe just put glue there so it doesn't move, but I don't like that at all. I don't know, I'll have to fix that, I'm not sure. But that's the update. Again, great progress, I should say. Very minor hiccups, which are easily coverable. I'm not sure I'm going to do that, but maybe ask the pinball guys for advice or Drano because he's worked on these like crazy and other guys as well. So, yeah, that's where we're at for today. I think I'm a little busy on the weekend, so I don't know if I'm going to even get to it. Maybe start again Monday and just be revitalized. I've been working on it since, for what, 4 days now? 4 or 5 days? And it's been going great. Yeah, 4 days. So, very happy, confident, makes sense. Been learning little tweaks here and there. You know, put the posts wrong. To redo them because it was bigger. So it looks great. It's really coming together. And once we just put all the posts, put the spinner, and start making it, then we'll start putting the rubbers on, putting the bulbs back. Now, one quick thing. This machine came LED'd, but they're very, very first generation LEDs, like 2013, 14. And they're not as bright, and they're not as color coordinated or wanted, which is fine. But what I will have to do is just put all the lights pretty much back, which is annoying, isn't it? But there's no other way. And then later on, once everything's working 100%, I'll start to color coordinate the lights, and then just have to take out the plastics. Again, it's worth it just to make sure everything works. And we'll do it from there. So, other than that, I'll be back the next day, revitalized, energized, and just ready to go, because it's coming along great. And yeah, and then we'll see what we get to it. So, I'll be back. See you guys next day. Peace. All right, so it's another night. We just finished up after a few hours. You can see I started to populate probably just the back end. So there's the spinner. There's the plastic. Started putting the rubbers for the first time, which actually are surprisingly very annoying, especially when it's attached to like something else. So, so far so good. Rubbers, plastics in the back. I'm still having an issue. You remember I was saying like this? I was tried for like a half an hour, kind of a waste of time. I pulled the little metal part out, looks like a Ninja Star, and I try to pull out the part that's in there. I'm going to try it again and use kind of counterweight to kind of see if I can break off the part. There's still thread left on the screw, around four or five threads, and that would be good enough. Just about there. Maybe I'd even put a little glue, which I don't want to do. But either way, that's annoying, but that's so far the only thing, knock on wood, that's screwed up. Anyways, so yeah, spinner's good. That's good. Everything else, rubbers again. For the first time, just doing that. So far so good. It's really starting to take shape. Tomorrow, if I get a chance, again, I took the weekend off just to kind of regroup, and I really like that because I don't get overwhelmed. But it's one of those things that it's late. It's like 9:30. I started at around 6. It's one of those things I want to just keep going because now I'm seeing where everything goes. Post I'm going to put in tomorrow there where the ball lock is, the Mutant ball. The post there and there. And then start putting the plastics together and it takes shape. So hopefully if I can have this done, then maybe the next day do the ramp, and then who knows. So it's coming. It's coming slowly. Here's what I've decided though. They're already LED'd, but they're not really strong ones. And what I'm thinking of is money-wise, even though it's not too much, and time-wise, just to make sure it works, I think I'll just play with it the way it is and put it together. And then if I was to go get, new LEDs or get a better offer on them if our guys are ordering, then I'll make a sheet and what I'm going to get, because I want to get it for there. And I want to get it for the back glass. Plus I want to mod it so then, that's on. And then I want to get spotlights, and then I also want to get the lit buttons. So there's still a fair amount of work to do, but it's starting to really take shape. So I'll see you guys next time, and we'll continue. All right, so it's another night, and let's see where we're progressing. So plastics, everything's good. I haven't done the flippers yet. I'm going to do those last because I have to rebuild it. That should be interesting. This, like I said, that's broken inside. I talked to Mike, one of our pinball guys, Mike Wong, good guy, one of my good buddies. So he said to me, "Look, Steve, don't worry, man. I have the piece underneath, and if your screw can snag it, you'll be good. So that's why this looks incomplete. Everything else nice and neat with rubbers. There's only one rubber I have to put there. Turtle's up. Everything else is up. Now, it doesn't look like I didn't do as much, but again, it was annoying because finding the screws was actually getting annoying, because I guess I used screws somewhere and I need more. So again, Mike said, don't worry, I have. I'm going to need a few more of those, if hopefully he has. And I've been building the ramp, and and I've been cleaning it, so I'm preparing it. You can see the parts under there. And that took a little longer, and plus came a little later home. So, we're getting there. I mean, in the next few days, in the next few updates, I should be done. Maybe at least everything except, I don't know, if I get the piece from Mike, maybe there. And then also the flippers, I'm going to do last. And then Drano, the kicker, whatever this is, this coil, he undid it just to get this off. So I'm going to have to solder this and this. Should take a few minutes. So for me, half hour. And then, you know, I decided. Now the toys, I put the original toys on in the bulbs. And again, I wanted to do that just to make sure everything works. Once I do that, then I'll configure if I'm going to change the toys. I'm going to just add the armor to them or the accessories. Or add new toys. I'm not sure yet, because to be honest, I'm kind of over that. I get it now when my pinball guys are like, look, man, you're not going to want too much mods. It's going to look silly. I know the Casey Jones one up there looks cool. I don't know yet. I'm not sure. So we'll see. But either way, so again, another good day. Little hiccups. This thing's annoying me because I want to just put it on and put that plastic on. But little things, put these on here. And yeah, looks good. So we're almost there. We're almost there. So I'll see you in the next video and see where we are. All right, so another night and a lot has been done. We're pretty much in the home stretch now. I soldered the two wires there. I'm gonna. Mike has given me the parts for this. Hopefully everything fits. The ramps, the toys are on. The rails, the ramp is there. So we're ready. I mean, it's pretty much 80%. The only thing, no more, around 85%. All I have to do is that. Tie off little loose ends, a couple of screws that are missing, and then the flippers, and we're done. I can't believe I'm saying that. We're going to be done hopefully tomorrow. I've never done a flipper rebuild. That might take a lot of my time. So I'm going to just do all the loose ends, make sure everything works. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I'm going to be ready hopefully by tomorrow, the next day, to be done and ready, and to actually put the Playfield back in. My wife's going to help me with that. She's going to take this side. I'm going to take it in. Just make sure we have it stable. And then she told me, Steve, the only thing I don't want to do is be here when you turn it on, because if you blow something up, I don't want to be part of it. I don't want you to yell at me. I don't want you to cry. I don't want you to yell at yourself. So fine. So we're in the home stretch. I'm going to just go ahead, put together the couple of missing pieces, the flippers, and we're done. I mean, that's it. We're done. I can't believe we're there. So let's get right to it. I'm going to, next day I'm going to start working on it more. I'll give you an update, tie up loose ends, again, some screws missing, little here and there. There's a few screws that are still there, but again, Mike gave me more and some unnecessary screws, I think. I can't remember where a few of them went, which is a little discouraging, because I'm like, oh my god, where do these screws go? But everything, all the holes, everything's filled, all my pictures, so I'm just wondering where did I miss. So maybe when I play it, I'll figure it out. But either way, so let's get to it. See you guys next day, and hopefully we'll be finished for it to be ready to put in the cab. All right, so then it's the next day. The Playfield's populated. I still need that little screw like I showed you from the last part. It didn't fit, but everything looks good temporarily. Now, going to do a flipper rebuild for the first time and have all the parts ready seems to be pretty straightforward. But what happens is the solenoid, this coil, as soon as I took it off, and this part was still supposed to go inside, so that would go in there. And inside this is the old one, as you can see, when it was fused. So, like from the heat and over this never been done and changed before, I don't think. So when I went to take it off and I was just kind of like shaking it, it literally crumbled and broke off. It's so brittle. So the good thing is, whenever Pinball Guys is putting in a work order for this, and through Pinball Resource, and talk to Steve Young, he's going to get me 2 of these because I assume this one's also screwed. So why not? You know, they're $15 each, $30, but they're going to be brand new for the life of the game. And based on what they're telling me, I'll never have to change them in the next 30 years, which, whatever it is, what it is. So, sucks. It delays this. It delays me getting this up and running for at least a week, which is a little upsetting, but it is what it is, and what are you going to do? It's pinball, right? So, unfortunate. I mean, I may have, you know, I'm going to have this as a backup, or I don't know, man, whatever. What are you going to do? So, either way, that's the update. When I get the part, it's, again, I'll be back probably next part, but it'll be next week. It's a shame it's delaying the video and the play. I wanted to play the damn thing and get it over with. Hopefully it works. So anyways, instead of rambling, I'm gonna wait. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. Again, you can't just go to, you know, Home Depot and get one of these parts, or some sort of electronic store, especially for pinball. So either way, it is what it is. See you next I guess scene or next cut, and we'll be back and hopefully have the part. Gonna have to solder and desolder, which shouldn't be a problem. And that's the end of it. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. All right, guys, I'll see you then. All right, so we are now back and finished. So what I've done, I ended up getting that. So a pinball friend of mine got me the part. And then I ended up doing the flippers. I know they're a little off-centered, so not to worry, I'll get those going. Once I lift it up, put the apron back on, everything looks nice. Just to give you a final one-over. Brand new Playfield that Adriano did. Shout out to Adriano. Thanks again, man. And we're good. So, this is the end of this video. Whatever part this is, I can't remember. It's in the description, of course. And then and then this is ready. So next vid, we're gonna get right to it. Finally, it's been a lot of months, tedious, learned a lot. Anyways, have some kind of to-dos here, and that's it. So we're gonna put it in on the next video. It should be very exciting. My wife's gonna help me move the playfield up. She told me, Steve, only promise me one thing. I will not be in the apartment when you turn it on, because if something blows up, I don't want to be yelled at, and I don't want you to be yelling in general, which is very smart of her. And we'll put it in. So first I'm going to lay it down. I'll record it as much as I can anyways. Plug in everything in the bottom there, and then take all those cords you see there, feed them through the head. I have them marked. I have pictures. Hopefully everything matches up. And then plug everything in. Why does that look red like that? Oh, because the bag. And then that's it. And then turn it on and hope nothing blows up. So next video should be, should be one of the last. I don't know if I'm going to do the next video and then that's final, because I still have to put LEDs in it and some mods. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure. But either way, our next video should be very fun. Thanks for hanging in there. If you guys haven't had a chance to subscribe, please do so. See the unveiling and turn it on, and hopefully nothing blows up. And see if all of our hard work has paid off. So in the next video, we're going to turn this baby on and see what's up. It's been a pleasure again. Thanks for checking out Top Tier, and we'll see you next video. Peace.